Off-road riding is really complex. There's so many different types of terrain and there's a lot of mistakes. In today's video, I'm gonna share with you 3 of the most common mistakes that dirt bikers make and the solutions that I have found that helped me a ton. The first is regarding traction. Traction is super important. If you don't have traction, you just can't go fast. You're not connecting with the ground. One of the biggest things that riders do not even consider is tire temperature. Tire temperature for me is something that I actually picked up when I started watching Formula One and implemented into my own riding. The best way, I can't actually afford the nice Pirelli tire warmers that you see sometimes at Supercross, but what I started doing before my rides and races is actually just doing a lot of really aggressive riding right out of the truck, like just power slides. Doing big just burnouts will immediately increase the tire temperature, particularly of your rear tire, warm it up to full operating temperature. A lot of times, if you've noticed, the moments where you slide out the most are always right when you start riding, and this has eliminated that for me, helped me out big time. The second problem that nearly every off-road rider has is arm pump. This is an age-old issue. It's been going on for decades that off-road riders have struggled with. It doesn't allow you to have confidence, it inhibits your riding, and every rider, if they're able to overcome arm pump, can start riding faster. A lot of riders talk about blood flow, but what they don't understand is that the composition of your arm muscles can play a huge difference in how you develop arm pump and fatigue in your arms. One of the biggest reasons that arm pump occurs is because of the muscle mass on top of the arm compared to the muscle mass on the bottom of the arm. We've all ridden motorcycles for a long time and developed a lot of muscle on the top of your arm. However, we have almost no muscle on the bottom. One of the first things that I started doing a couple years ago that almost eliminated my arm pump after just a couple months was to simply start practicing riding with reversed throttle grip. This allowed me to develop more muscle mass on the bottom of my arm, increased the blood flow and circulation in my arm, and eliminates. Now, don't race like this, but the best way is if I've found that I can get like a 4 or 5 mile trail ride in just like this, that it's just enough to decrease arm pump for race day. The third problem that off-road riders really struggle with is lower back fatigue. And this happens to every off-road rider. You are just a few minutes into an off-road competition, you're out trail riding, you're trying to do your best, and you just get that lower back pain, ache, and fatigue. The easiest solution that I have found is to just simply sit down 100% of the time. The reason that they put dirt bike seats on that are this big is to allow you to have multiple comfortable options to sit down at any given time. That's why dirt bikes come with seats. If they didn't need to sit down, or if you never needed to sit down, they wouldn't even come with seats. So I have just completely eliminated standing up at all in my riding. I used to think that I had to ride standing up through technical terrain. That's not required, you can sit down. I also used to think for a longest time that like hitting jumps or hitting whoops, I had to stand. You can also just sit down through pretty much everything. It's probably the biggest thing that's helped me save my lower back is just sitting down everywhere. Happy April Fools! If you haven't figured it out yet, everything that we just shared, those last 3 tips, are just for fun. They're not real. However, it is a good learning experience. There's so much information out there in YouTube and the internet that sometimes it's hard to know what things really matter. We thought that this video would be fun today. It's a joke. None of those techniques are actually real. Please don't go out and just ride like this. You'll probably crash. Don't complain to me. It was a joke. But it is a good opportunity for us to plug what we do every day and every week, which is work diligently to help off-road riders enjoy motorcycles to their fullest and to their safest. Motorcycles are fun, and we want to help everybody enjoy their off-road riding. Please head over to ridewiththeknights.com, check out our premium membership where you can gain access to hundreds of different training videos that contain true riding technique and true riding knowledge that will actually make a difference. Hopefully you had a laugh. Enjoy your week. We'll see you guys inside the course.